Thank you very much for allowing me to serve you this past year. It was 1 year ago today that I walked into my office for the first work day as governor, and it's been an honor every day since then to serve this great state. I'm also honored to work and serve with the public servants gathered here today. And there's one I'd like to particularly mention today. Moments ago, we heard a familiar voice announce my arrival in this chamber. We've heard this same voice now for over 20 years, the House Sergeant at Arms, Mel Chandler, and this will be Mel's last year working for the legislature, and I want to thank him for his years of service to our state. Will you help me, Mel? Now, Mel, you still have to work this session. Okay. It is my duty and pleasure today to report to you on the state of the state. And I'm pleased to say South Dakota and her condition has improved since we last met at this time last year. South Dakota is moving forward. It's not the best of times, but neither is it the worst of times, and we have reason to be hopeful. Today, because of tough budget decisions you made, our state is on stronger financial footings. And because of the hard work of the people of South Dakota, our economy is also stronger, in spite of what may happen in Wall Street or Washington, D.C. Our unemployment rate is lower, and non-farm employment numbers are increasing. But we have not yet returned those numbers to pre-recession levels, and there is still great uncertainty. We are recovering, but we have not yet fully recovered. That is why last month I proposed a conservative budget that departs from freezes and cuts and returns to formula increases, but still guards against a downturn. My budget spends 99% of the revenues we project to receive, but still leaves money on the bottom line against uncertainties in case we need it. Beyond economic progress, we've made efforts in other areas as well. Last year in my first State of the State address, I spoke to you about the problem of infant mortality in South Dakota. Every year on average, 80 infants die in South Dakota before their first birthday. The infant mortality rate is one of the most important measures of a population's health, and we can do better. Consequently, I convened a 27-member task force led by our First Lady to recommend ways to address this problem. The task force identified 4 key improvement opportunities. First, we need to ensure access to early and regular prenatal care, which is vital to a healthy pregnancy. Second, too many South Dakota mothers smoke during pregnancy, which puts the health of an infant at risk. Third, safe sleep practices, like having a baby sleep on its back in a crib without loose blankets. That makes a difference. And fourth, we need to address these disparities within Native American populations. You'll be hearing more in the coming months about these efforts, but today I can announce we'll use available funds to expand the Bright Start home visiting program. Bright Start's a voluntary program under which specially trained nurses visit high-risk pregnant women in their homes. My budget proposes to expand Bright Start to 4 new communities, beginning with Pine Ridge and Sisseton. In addition, the state will be redoubling efforts to educate new parents on safe sleep practices, and we will use existing funds for tobacco control to educate the public about the dangers of tobacco use during pregnancy. I'd encourage you all to review the task force's report, and I know Linda will be presenting to both health committees this week. I want to thank Linda, or about this work sometime, and I want to thank Linda and the entire task force for their commitment and time, and I sincerely hope their efforts will help more South Dakota children live to see their first birthday.